open the throttle a hair more on the up.
Okay.
Then you should be able to just tease it on. There's almost no throttle. Follow me?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
What's up, everybody? It's Travis with Every Single Sunday here. We're out here today at Motoventures Dirt First, and we're going to be working with Geoff Aaron, GasGas rider. That's his rig over there. He'll be riding that 300. And Jeff's going to be working on some hard enduro stuff with us today, so should be a good one. Doing some warm-ups on our own right now. Just trying to get loose before we go on a little trail ride here with the class. So bike seems to be running pretty good today, and yeah, should be a good day for sure out here. Alright guys, we are heading out, get our morning trail ride on. See what these guys got out here. Good? Alright, so we're out here on our morning ride still, getting warmed up. Yeah, a little bit more aggressive than I thought it would be, but kind of cool, so just kind of seeing what some of these guys in our group are capable of doing. Spreading this out a little bit. Tight little canyon here with a little drop coming into it. So we're just working a little turn drill here, working on some counterbalance techniques, kind of snaking through, up and back. While this might look pretty basic, it actually just kind of makes you learn to focus on looking at lines and where you're going to end up in the next corner. And this is where those little slow turn drills I was doing to warm up really come into effect. If you can do full lock slow turns, it helps in these tight technical sections more than you could imagine. From there, Geoff went into demonstrating some small wheel lifts and how they'd be applied into going over things like tires, locks, etc. So right here he's just kind of demoing how to get the front end up very lightly, and then going over this little tire here. Thing's about 2 feet tall, nothing massive, but just a quick little demo on how to get through things. On this small one right here, these guys are crossing. Oh, that's why you do not wheelie into the log. Got to hit that front tire on it. So we've been working on this one here now, and I crossed it one time already, so I'm gonna keep playing on this thing. See if we can get across this thing again here. That didn't go as well.
Remember, don't hit it too high. You got to run into it a little bit. So
I just backed off because I wasn't sure where that guy was going that was coming down.
That's kind of why I was standing here, because if you want to keep doing it, I'll stop him.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I just need to keep working on it,
That's good. You're the only one doing that.
Like in the perfect spot, but then you're kind of like teasing it up there with the power, you know? I got the first few good, and then I just started getting tired and not committing. So ideally, he's going a little too high. He's making it work, but that's too aggressive for me. I'm trying to go as slow as I can and just figure it out, but having a blast with it though. That was too low. Yeah, he's just front on the helper. Yeah. That was too low. You need to wheelie up a little higher. I was using it. I was trying to hit the wood. You're perfect where you hit your front tire again. You were a tiny bit soft, and then you realized it, and then you throttled. That's why you had a little spin off the top. But if you could just get yourself to just open the throttle a hair more on the up, then you should be able to just tease it on. There's almost no throttle. Follow me? Oh yeah, appreciate it. You were a little too high with the front, but it worked for you. I mean, you kept that thing right on there nice. I would say just you could do that same exact thing with the front tire a little bit lower. Then that would be killer, man. So we had a lot of fun working on this tire. I mean, it was pretty forgiving. It had a piece of wood at the top, so you didn't get stuck in it. But the thing is absolutely massive, as you can see here, and it was a great thing to work on. You gotta slow it down like a lot. Like you can almost be stopped right here and just roll into it. When you're going that fast, you're gonna hit it and you're gonna deflect, and the back's gonna have to hit just perfect. Yeah, so if you hit it that fast, you're gonna have to hit the front tire perfect, and it's either gonna go right through it, no problem at all, or it's gonna come too high and you're gonna buck like you've done a couple times, or you're gonna do that where you back off. But if you come in slow, lift the front tire, and once that tire hits, then get on the gas, it'll drive across it. Cut the throttle once you're up on top, and then give it a little blip coming off.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah. Seems simple enough. You just honestly, like, slow it down. The worst thing that happens is you only get the front up there, and you step it off. Exactly. But if you're going too fast, that's when you're going to hurt yourself and have some big issues. So.
Come on, one more time.
There you go. There you go. See? Front came up nice and easy still. And yeah, but it's so much safer and smoother, and you can work on the technique rather than just slamming it and hanging on.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So we are on Geoff Aaron's GasGas 306 days right now. He's trying to get a feel for this thing. And compare it to what I'm riding with my TPI right now. I mean, super easy to balance on this thing as I tip over. So overall, the GasGas 300 felt really good. It was a little bit different fit. It felt more like a Beta, like a Yamaha, than it does like a KTM bike. So kind of stuck in my ways with the KTM and how they feel. But the engine on this thing was absolutely fantastic. Tons of low end power, tons of grip, and definitely something you might want to consider if you're looking something different than an orange bike. So if you're looking Beta, maybe look at GasGas, because something like this is definitely an awesome machine that's made to work.
This one little section of this course, you guys can walk through it, but what I want to get out of it is you're going to drop into the hole first, and then you're going to do the lean the bike thing, right? We did the figure eights, so you're leaning the bike to the left. So I'm going to be looking for that going on the way in. Then you're going to be straight to a log. You'll see it in a second. I want you to touch the front on the log. Don't just wheelie over the thing or hit it all haphazard. Just try to touch the front tire on the way over, and kind of work on what we were working on the tires. And then it's just it pops you out. It's a little bit of a tricky exit. Don't underestimate the sand. Make sure you give it enough throttle to get out. And it's just going to be a loop back around here, and you got.
All right, so sitting here getting ready to go through second time. A little bit of a jam up through here. There's this downhill, it's kind of tricky. Make the turn up over the log. And so once again, this looks pretty basic, but it's here to teach you technique. So coming down into this, what you want to do, I mean, you want to go to the outside, you want to swing a nice wide corner, that way you have time to set up for the log. If you go to the inside and you try and just kind of cut the corner, you don't have time to set up for it. So this is just teaching people to go wide, use all the real estate that you have, and carry a nice clean line into the log, that way you can get a good straight drive over it rather than deflecting off to the side or not having time to set up. So as we wrap up that little section working the turn in the log, we move over to a riverbed just up the ways here a little bit. So as we start coming into this riverbed, what we're looking at is not taking the most obvious line, but taking the race line. So as we work our way in here, as you'll see as we drop in at this point right here, we're going to drop in, come down, go around this little rock. And this first time through here, I take the most basic line. I kind of pop up on this guy, work my way to the left here, but you'll see that rock to the right there with the big tire marks on it. That's the line you want to take. While it might not look the easiest, it's going to straighten you up and put you to the right side for this corner I'm going through. That way you can snake through this and get out much easier, rather than taking that inside line and then getting jammed up through the last two corners. Alright, so this is my second pass through. I'm coming through over that, and I'm going for this big rock. The thing's pointy, scary, and it's weird, but it puts me to the right here, sets me up for this one, and I can get out of this section without any issues at all. It's definitely not something that's a normal line that you look at going over a big rock like that when you go around it, but what it does, it sets you up for that next corner and makes things much easier. but definitely a little fun up and over that thing. All good, brother. All right, so last time a little rougher. We're hitting that center line. The last time we ended up off the bike a little bit. See if we can clean it this time. All right, so after we hit this quite a few times, some of the other guys in the class decided they want to step up and work on trying this line out here. It's a little intimidating getting up over these big rocks. So originally it was me and just a couple other guys, but now some of the other guys are jumping into it as well. So we're perched up on a rock here, just kind of looking down, watching these guys do their thing, try it out, and put these techniques that Jeff has put into place for them. So I mean, Jeff's a great coach, really makes you feel like you know what you're doing, and helps you figure it out. So coming up next, the guy after this one, I'm not sure the kid's name. He's up from Mexico. I think he lived in Ensenada. But this kid, I think this was his first time ever riding anything like this. I mean, the start of the day, he didn't have any confidence on the tires, but he figured that out really fast. This is one of his first times over the rocks right here that you're looking at. But this kid, by the end of the day, was absolutely amazing. We ended up talking quite a bit, and he did the Ensenada rally earlier this year and had I think like a top 10 or 15 finish, which is just absolutely insane. So the kid shreds a single track, and once he picks up this hard enduro stuff, I'm sure he's going to be absolutely amazing at this as well. Right here, we're just kind of basically moving on from that one section to the next area, and decided to play a little follow the leader with Jeff here. So I got back in the pack, maybe 5-10 bikes back, and trying to get around a couple guys here and get some good runs in. So I think I try and get through this little jam up right here. This guy takes just a second. But once we get out of the way, I think we pull a sick little pivot turn over one of these rocks here and kind of slide off into oblivion. So I think I plant my foot on the right here, pick it up and over, and drop it around that rock. I think that guy's jaw hit the floor because I'm so awesome. Just kidding. But yeah, we just ended up working this loop a little bit here, 1-2 times, just playing on a couple different things, having a good time, and working our way over to the next section. So that's pretty much a wrap on today's video. I'm just going to leave you here with some cool shots of Geoff Aaron playing on this cool little rock section, some slow-mo stuff I shot. I wish I'd dropped my camera down to 60 frames a second so it'd be a little smoother on some of these super slow ones. But yeah, today was absolutely awesome. I want to thank Geoff Aaron and our friends out at Motoventures just outside of Temecula. So look them up if you're looking for some training. They do beginners and everything.